Hello, everybody. I'm John Evans, and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Thanks for watching. Happy Monday, you guys. Thanks for hanging out in my basement for the next 10 minutes or so. And what a great day. Today's the day we give away the free vintage treasure through the miracle of the Mid-Mod Money prize wheel. 63 subscribers commented on last week's video, and if you're not in the running, don't worry about it, because you're going to see amazing things on this program today. You're going to see all kinds of awesome stuff, like this amazing string art of this automobile from the oldie times, I guess is how you could say that. This was $3. This was made in the 1970s when this string art stuff was a big deal. Everybody got very craftsy in the 70s, as it turns out. This is done with nails and string. It's worth about $18 in my booth at the Antique Mall. Before we get started, hey, I want to remind everyone to subscribe to the show, because that's how you win the prize that you'll see later on. The aforementioned enamel and copper butterfly dish. And also, while we're thinking about it, hit the like for a gentleman. And I consider myself a gentleman, so yeah, hit the like for a gentleman. And let's get started on today's show. Now, I don't want to lay a heavy thing on you guys, but we're going to learn a little today, because I found this glass fish, art glass, hand blown, handmade, and the reason I bought it for $3.99. Oh yeah, I've been cleared on my finger. We're all good, no surgery. $3.99 for this fish, and it is Murano glass. Now, Murano. The reason I wanted to talk about this is Murano is not a company. It is a region of Italy. It's actually an island off of Italy where they've been blowing glass and making amazing glass since the year 1291. Can you believe that? I don't know how you can even prove that, but there you go. Murano. It is not a company. So when someone says, oh, that's Murano, or this is Murano, that's not a glass company. That is an area of Italy. And this is Murano, and it is not very old. It is a modern piece, but still has value because people see that Murano and they get excited. But this $3.99, it's worth about $30. This very nice fish. I've had a fish tank before. It's amazing having all that aquatic interest. Next thing I found, this kitty cat, this bank with the gem eyes and the gem collar and the tail. Boy, that is a real beauty. And guess what? Highland thrift store knew it was beautiful because they put, what is that, $8.50? $8.50. Whoo, 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 whoo. But it's 1960s. It's what people want, and its value to me in my booth is about $28. That's right. This cat stuff with the gem eyes, and this doesn't have a chip or crack, so they obviously knew what they had. They obviously knew that, and that's why there's $8.50 on it. But it doesn't matter. I'll still make $20 off this, no problem at all, because of the gem eyes, because of the gem collar. And I'm just going to tell you this. Cats are hot. Like a Siamese cat looking thing like this from the 60s. Japan, I paid $3 at my local Goodwill. $3. But guess what? This is about a $26 cat. Now, I'm not talking about something that's, 10 years old or whatever. This is probably late 60s, early 70s. So this is a 50-year-old ceramic cat with not a chip or a flaw. And when the face looks that good, almost seductive, right? I mean, what are we doing here? That's almost a seductive pose. This cat's worth about $26, $27. So keep an eye out for those kitty cats. Now this is a good reminder. I don't want to break anything today. Here's a good reminder. We're going to do a new segment called Thrift Store Alert. No, what are we calling it? Thrift Store Tips. We haven't given it a name yet, but this is keep an eye out for the bagged section in your local thrift store. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes the Goodwill will put a bunch of things, hodgepodge mix of stuff in a bag, and sometimes it doesn't even make sense. It'll be like a deck of cards and a bottle opener and a carved giraffe. Well, this bag that I found for $3 had a carved giraffe. In my booth, who cares? $6. I'll just throw it in there. $5. But this is why I bought it. For these cubist dogs. And these are from Japan, imports, probably late 60s, early 70s, cubist dogs. I'll probably sell them for the pair, $15. I paid $3 for this bag. I'm already at $20. And this is the final straw. This haunting monkey head. Are those real teeth? Are those, what kind of teeth are those? And why does he look like that? This I can sell for $10. This is what I call an oddity. Yeah, oddities sell. I should do a oddity show. I should have saved this for an oddity, a whole program. But my girlfriend was like, get this out of our house now. But I bought that whole bag for $3. I'm going to make $30 off of everything. Don't skip the bag section because it's worth the look. I promise. Next thing I found at Highland Thrift, Grantsville, Maryland. This Zodiac ashtray. How about that? $5.99. A little steep because the color's not great. When you find these, you hope to find this glaze because this is a homemade project. It is not signed. It is not dated. But I guarantee you this is late 60s, early 70s. Glaze, you'd rather have really popping color like orange or yellow or green. But this probably still goes for about $23, $24.
Can we get a price check?
Because it is a huge ashtray. Stuff with the Zodiac signs always sells. So, you get an ashtray, you get Zodiac people who might buy this. But yeah, it's an easy $23, $24. Even at $5.99, still a good deal. Sometimes I find stuff that I don't even know what it is. My research guy was on top of this unusual bottle. Big fat cork. You could tell the cork had a lot of age to it. So I said, this is old. And I said, honey, do your thing. And she got in there. This is from Canada. This is a company called Schenley Canadian Whiskey. And the year, you won't believe, 1956 from Canada. God, this is ancient. And a kind of cool bottle with those weird dots, right? I think there is it does say Schenley on the bottom. At any rate, a Canadian whiskey bottle, ancient. And believe it or not, it still only goes between $20 and $30. So it's not like rare and desirable. It is kind of rare and But someone will buy this for the look, for the design, and the age, probably. $25, let's call it. All right, we're down to our last couple things here. This was great because you don't see these very often at my local Goodwill. That's Carnival glass, folks. You see that iridescent? Some people get very excited about this. This is a pretty basic piece of Carnival glass. Probably Indiana glass if I had to guess. Not for sure. But it was $6. People like the iridescence. That's why this stuff has a following. This is like one of these sold on eBay for $30, free shipping. That's about the value, $30. But people ask for more for these. I paid $6 for this at my local Goodwill. Shout out to them for pointing it out to me. Sometimes I'll walk in, they'll say, "Oh, did you see that thing?" And I'll be like, "Let me look at it. What are you talking about?" $6. I'm going to sell it for $30 in my booth at the antique mall. All right, we're down to our last item. And then we find out who wins the enamel plate dish thing. Oh, we go off tripod for our final item, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking because it never looks perfect. But today, we are going to look at this table. What do we have here? A interesting glass and chrome table that has an unusual feature where it's adjustable. A chrome table that is adjustable. It gets smaller. See this little latch there on the side? You pull the pin out, raise it, lower it. Well, paid $10 for this. $10. 10 American at Christian Crossing. And I thought it was a valuable piece of mid-century modern design. And guess what? It's not. I got a little burned. I didn't necessarily get burned. That is a famous design knockoff. A lady, Eileen Gray, made that for a German company in the early 70s, 1972 to be exact. And it is not the original, and it's a knockoff. And the reason I know, because the bar, well, I should show you. Let's learn about this before you make the same mistake I did. I still paid $10 for it, no sweat, but this bar does not go in all the way. It comes out here and connects there. This looks different from what you see there. So if you look at the pictures of a real one, it don't look like that. So still a pretty nice table and has value. No big whoop. Can we get this to the original? All right. It's about a $50 table, as is. If it were real, you're talking $1,000 to $3,000 if you have that market. And I thought, for a second, I'd done it, but not today. And so I'm going to sell it for about $49. I'm still going to make $40 off that table, no sweat, off my brow. But I will be up front and just say, cool glass table. All right. What did I do? I spent $43. $43 when it's all said and done through my booths at the antique mall, eBay, what have you. I'm looking at $247. So $200 profit. Pretty solid week. Bring your lunch pail to work kind of week. You can do it too. Keep watching my program. Let's see who wins the enamel plate. We didn't break anything today. It's a good day. Good luck to you out there. I've layered up in my own basement. It's cold. It's fall. Here we go. No drum roll, but we'll edit it in. I'm sure of it. 1 in 63 chance. Who won? Raffin at Online. Raffington at Online. Raffin. You're the winner. You got to email me, midmodmoney@gmail.com. Your address. I will send you the enamel and copper plate. Courtesy Mid-Mod Money. Thanks for watching. You guys have been fantastic. And hey, remember, always round up.